Okay. Has everyone read this book, The 12-Week Year? If you have read it, it's like, it's good. It's good. It's one of my favorite books. I've read it twice. I think I'm going to read it again quick in October. It's like I've read it out by the pool. It's got like water on the cover. But it is so good. If you need a fire lit under your butt, go read this book, The 12-Week Year. So anyway, you guys will have to pick that up if you haven't. I also wanted to give the announcement that we are running our Coaches for Holiday Cash. It is a separate group from TLC. It's a $10 buy-in. There's different cash payouts for different things you can achieve during October, November, and December. The whole idea is to put actual cash in your pocket for either the holidays or paying off debt. So if you want in on that group, the deadline is Friday, like end of day Friday, to get in and join. And I have a list of people that have paid. So I am going to be going through those tonight and like approving and letting people into the group. So I will get to that. And then, unless anyone has any questions, Michelle, you have it on your book. You better read it, girl. Unless anyone has any questions, we are going to jump right into the content I have for you guys tonight. And I can kind of take some questions as we go. But basically, I want to give you guys, like, show you how I prep and plan more than a month in advance. I mean, yes, all of us are into October. Maybe all lines. Yes, we're already into October. I'm like already running with that. But I also look at November. I look at December. I look at January. I look at what's coming, what I know is coming up, what I know I want to talk about or promote. And I put that into play and I kind of write it out. So if you guys have just, I mean, I literally buy my calendar, not even kidding, at like Home Goods. And all I want is like a boring old paper calendar that goes by the month so I can write stuff across the weeks. I don't necessarily plan out day by day. This is November, so I haven't even done it yet. But this is what I'll encourage you to do as we go through everything tonight. I typically have pushes going. So anyway, let me hop over to the screen share and this will all make more sense. All right, let me see if I can present this so you guys can actually see it. All right, can everyone see that? Yes. Hope so. All right, so this is kind of your game plan. You guys know October already, right? I put that little calendar at the top, but really that's to kind of just tell you what's going on with the team, when the calls are, what's happening with corporate. But how I line up my month is a little different. And so typically the last week of the month and the first week of the month, almost always, I am promoting to a challenge group. One, I feel like it creates really great momentum at the end of a month leading into a new month. Like I'm already at Success Club 10 and it's the 9th of October, right? So good momentum ending September, running into October. So I was focusing on promoting my challenge group. And I mean, whether that was 6 weeks of the work, morning meltdown, whatever they're starting with, I was promoting my skinny jeans challenge. So that is what, these are my two big October promotions. And you'll kind of see that theme as we go. I was like a marketing major, so this is how my brain works. So for my boot camp, to get customers in, I was running a skinny jeans challenge and I was promoting to that, right? Everything was driving towards joining my skinny jeans virtual boot camp. And then I kind of switch gears and I find that I do best promoting something in a 2-week chunk because I find what you really focus on develops, it expands, right? It grows, it creates momentum. If someone just checks your story or checks your newsfeed once or twice during a week, maybe they catch a post, maybe they happen to see you talking about coaching. But if you do it, I find almost every day for 2 weeks, what happens? It creates more interest. It creates more excitement. It creates more continuity. People can follow like that you actually do this for your job. So I run the Skinny Jeans Challenge in October for my boot camp. Then I kind of switch gears and I focus on coaching. And I like to give it a name. You don't have to, but I find for my branding, it helps people realize it. Every time they see that in my stories or they hear me talk about it, it clicks. Leslie's looking for her October 8th, right? Who are my 8 people that I'm going to help mentor, bring into the business, and get started on their health and fitness journey or their business at the same time? So I talk about that, right? And I'll have 10 or 12 spots open for my Skinny Jeans Challenge. I have 8 spots now for a new coach mentorship. And I find as you count down those spots, right, you just start ticking them off. It creates this sense of urgency that other people that were sitting on the fence now want information or now want in. And I mean, you can pick whatever, right? It could be Amber's October 3, October 5. I pick 8 to stretch and grow myself, right? Even if I don't enroll 8 coaches in October, that was my goal. That's what I'm aiming for. So I always feel like you have to put that out there, right? Like 10 is always my goal to get started in a challenge group. So same thing. We're going to talk a little bit about goals at the end. Any questions on this so far? Because we're literally going to walk into November next. And it kind of has the same flow. So we're ending October. There's actually like a little method to my madness. We're ending October going back to talking about a challenge group. Why? Any guesses? Can I even see the chat right now? I don't know if I can. Okay. It's Halloween. What happens on Halloween? All the candy. Who's eating all the candy, right? Who's eating all their kids' candy? Have you ever done that? I have. I saw a stat the other day that parents actually eat more candy than their kids do. I mean, if you've ever rated your kids' candy. And so, right, there's like this whole thing. To me, I have always started promoting a challenge group around Halloween, right? Kick the candy, like jump back in. So I'm going to start talking about that, building momentum, excitement. I'm opening 10 spots again. And then we head into November. And so this doesn't have all the team stuff on it yet. So this at least lets you kind of see what you're doing for the rest of the month. Promoting the rest of, your challenge group, filling up your challenge group. So for November, my virtual boot camp, I am calling it Drop a Turkey, right? The whole idea, something fun, right? But the idea is to what? Drop a turkey, drop 8 pounds, 9 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is. You pick your goal or your percentage of weight loss, but that's what I'm going to talk about. And I find when I go with a theme and I drive with it, again, every time someone hears it, every time someone sees that same graphic, it's like, oh, that's right, she's doing that Drop a Turkey challenge. I should really do that. Like I ate 14 Reese's peanut butter cups last night, right? So, I mean, there's like that. It's just like that repetitive. Think about like the most annoying commercial you've heard on the radio or TV. I can tell you some because my kids have them memorized. Like the Kia dealer down the street, they love to sing the Kia dealer jingle because it drives me freaking insane. They know the Stanley Steamer jingle. Like I think about all of this, right? It's marketing. They have literally trained my 9-year-old and 12-year-old their jingle so they can bother their mom with it, but they know what it is. My kids know what the heck Stanley Steamer is. because of it. So again, if you're promoting something, go all in on it. You need to be talking about it for at least 2 weeks. You need to be filling it up. And I find when you really bring this level of, commitment and enthusiasm, excitement to what you're promoting, whether it's through some before and afters, it's you chatting about it, calls to action, saying what comes in the pack, it begins to build excitement with the people that are following you. Okay, so I'm literally going to spend the end of October, beginning of November, promoting my Drop a Turkey Challenge. Now, admitted, I will be starting 4 weeks of the work in November. I'll have finished Morning Meltdown in October. I'm starting 4 weeks of 6 weeks, 6 weeks of the work in November. And I will be talking about that, but I realize that program isn't for everyone. It's pretty advanced, right? And so not all of my market will be in for that program, which is fine, right? They could sign up with a Bot-in Shakeology pack, a Bot-in Performance Line pack. They could sign up with Morning Meltdown. They could do 21-day fix. It doesn't really matter to get into my Drop a Turkey Challenge, right? I can still talk about doing 6 weeks of the work. And yeah, there might be a couple people interested, but there's going to be a couple people that are like, do you have something different I could start with? And then I'm going to turn it around and I am going to spend 2 weeks focusing more on coaching. And I put it on these 2 weeks because to me, the week of Thanksgiving isn't really when I sign up a lot of coaches, right? People are off social media a little more. They're spending more time with their family, they're traveling, they're eating, they're busy. So I'm going to focus on that the 2 weeks prior. And I'm just calling it my November 9, right? 9 November. It just seemed to work. November 2 doesn't sound that good. And so I'm going to focus on coaching those 2 weeks. And then I'm going to go back to promoting my challenge group, basically on Thanksgiving. End of Thanksgiving, that evening, maybe Friday, right? We always have some Black Friday sales. Sometimes it's a good time to get someone interested that's been sitting on the fence. I'm back to promoting it, right? Because we have the bar launch coming up. So we'll have Bar Blend launching, and I actually begged corporate today to give me some dates so I can give those to you guys. So November, the end of November, we'll start another push to a challenge group. And maybe Bar Blend is right for them, or maybe they want to start with T20. I don't know. That's where you have to chat and talk with them. But I find if I'm promoting to a challenge group, no matter what program I'm doing, I have people interested in other things, right? Because they've heard about it. They saw me do it. They saw another coach do it. And so they 9 times out of 10, my people are like, yeah, I want to do that program Lift 4 that I saw you do over the summer. So people know. But this literally kind of shows you guys what December is going to look like. So again, that last week in November, we're starting to promote for challenge group post Thanksgiving, creating some hype and momentum leading into Bar. And Bar Blend will go on sale to coaches likely, tentatively, on Monday, December 2nd or Tuesday, December 3rd. They didn't tell me which day. They just said this week. And it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. Bar Blend will go on sale to coaches only. So you guys can buy it, but you can also enroll new coaches with Bar Blend. So I feel like promoting coaching during these 2 weeks that are kind of, a new coach could sign up with Bar Blend makes sense. And to me, the beginning of December is a little less crazy and hectic than the end of December. So I felt like that was probably a good time to talk about coaching and talk about Bar Blend, because obviously you're going to be able to buy it. Elise also has a bunch of programs on Bot already that you can do. So kind of fun. Then it looks like Monday, December 16th, Bar Blend will go on sale to all customers. So any of your existing customers, BOD members will be able to unlock Bar Blend and or buy the kit and have that. So we'll kick off, we'll look at January here in a second. But then really focusing on helping getting customers started with either Bar Blend or something else that makes sense for them and their goals. Although I kind of feel like bar is going to be fairly popular, just based on what I've seen so far. And I am going to spend, for me, some of my biggest week of the year is usually that week between Christmas and New Year's. It seems everyone and their brother that just got some Christmas cash decides to buy something and get started for the beginning of January. So I'm usually really busy, like the 26th to the 31st or the 1st, it seems, helping people get set up with something. So definitely capitalize on that time. People are interested. People maybe have a little more money in their pocket for maybe getting a gift card or have some Christmas cash they can spend on themselves. And I mean, hello, I bought my first program ever on December 26th, got it, and actually started on January 1st of 2011. It was like my game changer, life changer. So in December, I do something a little more fun, and there's, I believe, quite a few ideas in the team page. And we can even swap some ideas here if you guys want. But in December, I do a favorite things challenge. And really, it's just me kind of giving back to all of my customers for the year. I pick, like, you can pick however many things you want. I usually do like 12 of my favorite things, like my favorite water cup, my favorite like silicone flexi straws, my favorite whatever. And I do 12 giveaways in my challenge group for participation, or what, I just have some rules, and they can win. And so people love it. Like my challenge group like blows up in December, right? Like most people are like checked out and drinking eggnog. But like last December, my challenge group was like blowing up because they were trying to do all the things to win. I don't know. I did like fuzzy socks. I did candles. I just like picked all of my favorite things up and like gave them away. And they were so excited about it. And I mean, there's like 140 some women in this group. And it was just like so busy, right? And I make them do crazy things. Like they have to tag me on Instagram or sweaty selfie, best sweaty selfie of the day, wins, whatever. And they really had a lot of fun with it. I have a lot of fun with it, so I'm doing it again. And then just because it really went well together, I'm doing my December dozen. Is my new coach mentorship. So I will have 12 spots open for coaching in December, right? Again, I might not hit it, but that brand awareness, right? She's looking for 12 people. Every time I talk about it, it sinks in again. Like, I need to do that. I should ask about that. I did, if you want to catch it, I think it's still up. I did some stories last night on Instagram about my October 8th. And it's crazy just how putting that out there and talking about it, even again today in stories, I have even a couple people reaching out to me before I can even send out invites, like, okay, I'm interested, or I've been watching you for a while. Like, but you have to put it out there. You have to be talking about it. And like I said, I feel like 2 weeks of really pouring into something is what breeds results. Okay, so now we're going to hop to January. Okay, and this is when Bar Blend will be live on BOD. It'll probably be in BOD on Sunday, January 5th, but it looks like Monday, January 6th will be the official launch. I will be promoting my challenge group. I'm probably going to call it something like Bar Babes. And I will have finished December promoting that, probably roll that right into January, right? Because all the people that decided not to do anything until January 10th or something can still jump in. And then again, I'll kind of have that promotion period for my challenge group. And then I'll move over to talking about coaching again for 2 weeks. I call it my New Year 9. I don't know why. I couldn't find anything that went well with January. But I feel like it's a great way to kick off the new year. A lot of people like, okay, it's a new year. It's a new decade. Like I want to do something different, or I've always wondered if I could do this, right? Decide to jump in. So I'll promote coaching again for 2 weeks. And then again, back to the last week of January, which is going to lead into February. I'm going to kick off another promotion period for that January boot camp. I don't know what it's called yet. I'll pick something. Heck, maybe if bar is hugely popular, it'll be like Bar Babes too. But I just kind of keep going with this, and I'll do this for February, and I'll do this for March and April as they continue to come closer. And then, I mean, this will kind of help you guys. Like I said, grab a calendar. Like if you have a blank calendar like this by week, so you can literally lay it out like I showed you. I even write little notes on mine because I like to switch it up. Yesterday, I talked about coaching, and it was all like posts and stories where you could just read information about my journey with coaching. But today I talked about it. And so tomorrow, again, I'll probably do more pictures with words so people can read. You think about 50% of people on Instagram that watch stories watch it on mute. So if they can't hear you, they don't know what the hell you're talking about unless you're subtitling everything. So when I do those stories that are just a photo with words, people can actually go and read them. And I find when I do those, because I typically am laying in bed at night, just putting them on. How many other people will watch stories in bed at night while their husband is like watching a sporting game? And so I won't always have the sound on, right? I'll just be clicking through. And if there's something I can read, whether it's a funny meme or like a mom telling me about her day in captions, I'm more likely to follow it till the end. Same thing is true in this. Okay, so goals. You guys, we are literally exactly 12 weeks to the day from January 1st, 2020. Isn't that crazy to think about? Exactly 12 weeks right now. So you really need to think about, where do you want your biz to be now? Like a month from now, 2 months from now, and into the new year. A long, 8+ years ago, I had Janelle Summers tell me that it was the coaches that work now all the way up to the new year that will have a business that booms in the new year. The coaches that just decide to check out, not work, it's too hard, it's winter, it's fall, I'm cold, I like hot chocolate, I don't know, basically don't have a business come January. It is the relationships you build now. It is the trust you build now. It is the people you pour into now. It is the customers that you bring in now that might be coaches in January that build your business. If you literally just check out, put on fuzzy socks, and sip tea until January 1st, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. It's just harder to restart. So keep going. So you really have to think about what those goals are for now and into the new year. Where do you want to be? And then make a plan to reach those goals. What's going to get you there? Is it more customers? Do you need to increase your paycheck? Is it more coaches? You want to build your residual, income? You want to have a bigger team? You want to hit a new rank? And then execute on that. Take action on your plan. It's seriously the only way to reach your goals. And this, I gave you guys literally my game plan. I go about this every single month. And I need to double check, but I think I am 95. I think if we include this, it's 96, maybe it's more. I need to go look. Months straight in Success Club. So, I was not this organized initially. I was just like all over the place. If you want to sign up for whatever, just help you. I have a little bit more of a method to my madness now because honestly, I feel like life is busier. My kids are older. There's sporting events. I have things going on. And so I really do better knowing like what I'm driving towards. And that's what I want to help you guys realize for your business too. Okay. All right. Let me stop the share. We'll see if there's any like questions or comments. How far in advance do I plan stuff out? Typically, I don't break down a more detailed promote. Okay, so let me jump into this. So it's October, and I know what my October looks like, and I've kind of mapped out November just because I know when I'm starting 6 weeks of the work, but I haven't gone beyond that. Like I haven't spent a ton of time on it. Like, yeah, I named November like drop a turkey, but that's it. Right? I haven't like gone any crazier than that. And I kind of threw everything out there for you guys so you could see it. And I probably will use everything I showed you here tonight, but that's it. That's it. And so when I talk about like driving a little harder towards like promoting my challenge group, for my Skinny Jeans boot camp, I just kind of made some slides that I could reuse about every other day. And that's what I was doing, Jade. So I made some slides, and I can tell you guys what app I used. It's really easy. I went to Pinterest and I found a background. There's Instagram story backgrounds on Pinterest. And I just found like a pretty fall one that I liked. And then I went to, I'm going to find it for you guys. Hold on. It might take me a second. Oh, not that one. I tried a couple. Like I wanted the easiest one because I honestly hate doing this crap. But I thought they looked pretty good. Okay. I hate finding stuff on my phone. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what it's called though. Oh, come on. I've seen some people make really cool ones. You guys, I just don't have that much time.
Unfold is a really good app to make.
Unfold, that's what I used. Is that what you just said, Sarah? Unfold. So like I just took pretty graphic and then you can add a photo. And so I just added like a food picture and I added my, like, so I just saved all these back off. I added like a shake picture. I added my before and after. I added some other before and afters. And then as I put it into my stories, I added the text and then I just saved it all off so I could continue to reuse it. And I always use a countdown, right? So I have 10 spots and I show Sarah G joined, Rebecca K joined. Like I count it down the list. And I do one of two things. I always say like spots are filling up, and I either give them an option to answer a poll, yes, they want to join, or they want more info. Or lately I've been doing the question box that just says drop your email for info. And then I just get their email and immediately message them. That seems easier for me because, you know, occasionally everyone's cat votes on a poll. I waste a lot of time messaging them. They're like, oh, sorry, it was my dog. I'm like, great. Okay.
So one of the things I just wanted to add was for me, like I'm just barely starting coaching full time. So I'm coming out of working full time and also coaching like as a side hustle. Having a plan catapulted my business. So if you guys think that you're too busy to like make up a plan, take an hour on a Sunday and plan out the next 2 or 3 months and just stick to it. And it will totally transform the way that you like, because when you sit down at night and you only have 45 minutes or less to work on your business because you've been working all day,
yeah,
it's really, really important to have a plan so that you don't have to think too hard and be too creative all at once. So I just want to say that because I know Leslie's been working full time on her business for a lot longer than I have. And
a long time.
So I just want to say how important having a plan has. I don't know if you can see this calendar behind me on the wall.
I love it.
So it's helped me a lot, and it's definitely taken me from one level to the next in my business because I did not plan for the first year, and that's it.
I mean, anyone can weigh in here. I feel like when I just wing it, I sort of feel all over the place.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like if you wing it, you just end up doing nothing. Like you're kind of like paralyzed. Like, what do I do? Like, why didn't I start this a week ago?
Or you just throw up something that you're like, I don't really like that either. And so if you don't really like it, or if you're bored with it, then your audience is going to be bored with it. So
True.
Plan. Even if you're not the most organized person in the world, if you have a plan, it's so much easier to work your business.
Yeah, and I'm not like, I like the idea of organizing things. Like I like desk supplies and stuff, but like left to my own devices, I'm not that organized. I'm a sapphire. I'm all about the party. And so, I mean, like for the longest time I ran my business on like paper, and it was just a hot mess. So I do way better with plan too.
She's a number 6.
Yeah, I am a 6.
We found out, sorry if nobody cares about this, but we found out on my team that it's full of number 6s, FYI. So
Must be what you attract.
gotta be. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing I'm compatible with.
I'm like Jade. I like the idea of organization, but I'm like kind of a hot mess. But I do it. Like if I force myself to do it, I'm way more productive. I just know that.
I'm definitely not going to say that there's not times where I'm not a hot mess, because there is a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for most people, like when you are more organized or you have like a method to your madness, you're more productive, which actually sort of answers Elise's question. Like, how do you always promote? Because most of your stories are the same every day, right? I do the same shit every day because, I have it here. Another amazing book, Atomic Habits. It is just as easy to build good habits as it is to break bad ones. But like when I was doing my skinny jeans boot camp, like you won't really see that stuff for the next 2 weeks. That's gone from my stories. But I still do the same stuff, right? Like I was promoting to that. Now I'm kind of done with that. And I'm only going to talk about coaching this week and next. So you'll see more of that. And then, back before Halloween, we're going to be back to the challenge group. And it's in addition to everything else, right? So when I say like always promoting, I'm like dropping something. And do I still drop an invite to my challenge group every day? Yeah. Either through drop me your email or a pull, just because it's part of my daily, here's 2 or 3 workout clips. Here's me checking off my calendar. Are you ready to start? But then the rest of my day goes on, right? I eat my food, I drink my shake, I do a headstand. Like I do the same crap every day, you guys, not kidding. But I find a way to like weave in coaching or share a story amongst dog photos or being at a tennis match, right? You just like make it work as part of your everyday. So if you caught it today, I had a knife. Any other ideas, any questions, anything anyone else wants to share? Because like that's the nuts and bolts of it. And then I just want to challenge you guys to like sit down with your calendar and do a little planning, do a little brainstorming. Come up with some ideas that feel fun to you, or use, a couple of the ideas that I shared tonight if you want. Decide how many coaches you want to enroll in October, November, and December. I find like when you put that stuff out there, it's more likely to happen than if you didn't.
Well, and the other thing that you guys have to remember is that only 7% of your audience on Facebook or Instagram ever sees your posts. And so you sort of need to have a routine of posting a lot of the same things, because that's the only way that it's going to get into people's feeds. And people come back and ask me about my routine all the time, and it's literally the same. Like I still do the same thing in the morning, but in the summer I was out on my deck, and now I'm in bed reading and drinking my lemon water. So it's the same exact thing. but people come back all the time for that. And it takes people a couple months to sign up usually. And so they want to see that you're consistent. And so having a routine and doing the same things, like don't be afraid to be doing the same things because it's what works and people want to know what works.
100%. Like, I hate when coaches say like, well, my life is so boring. And I'm like, do the same shit every day.
Same shit, different outfit.
Yeah. I got that going. And a fuzzy dog. That's all I got. But I think that's what's important. It's not like exciting. I think it's consistency. And I find now when it's almost like funny, but now when I have coaches enroll, I see them starting to do the same thing, right? I watch them make their Energize. I watch them do their workout. Some even bought a calendar at Home Goods. They're taking a picture in their workout outfit. It's been really fun to see like them begin to build those sort of consistent, healthy habits in their life too. So what you show, your coaches or customers will emulate. So, I always think about that.
You love your own routine. So that's how I feel about it. I love my routine. It's what works for me. My people are going to love that too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, unless there's any other questions or anything else you want to cover tonight. Oh, I have a final. I think we've talked about this a little bit before. Just knowing how like things are trending on Instagram. Well, Instagram tip for you. Watch stories. Like even if you're not actually watching stories, just pull up stories and go to them and like let them play while you
shower,
get dressed. Yeah, take a shower, feed the kids lunch. It's actually what is increasing your presence in the algorithm right now. So there you go. And it's something that you can kind of do without totally being present.
It's called priming your Instagram. So if you do that before you post a bunch of stuff, then Instagram's going to put your stories on the explore page of your followers.
Yeah, 100%. All right, guys, we'll have a good Wednesday night. Here's to another great week, and we will see you soon. Oh, should we do like a boomerang or something fun? What do you guys want to do? No ideas? Okay, hold on.
Boomerang.
Boomerang. All right, we should, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to drink beer.
Okay, well, damn, I only have water. Everyone just cheers. Does everyone have a water cup? You can do this. Hold your phone. Take talent. All right, ready? We all kind of get them, maybe. Someone tag me in case mine's bad. I see 2B Mindset water bottles. Yay. All right, you guys, thanks for being on. Everyone have a great night. If you have any questions on this or whatever, let me know. Thank you for being here. Bye, guys. See ya.